Hey guys, it's me, Joy, with Lotus Pop. Boom! How are you? I hope everything is good. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Hey. Hey guys, I'm actually inside today. It feels so good. um, hey guys, I just want to do a really quick, wrap up of the week. Weekly karmic wrap up. Okay? All right. So let's see. You know, whenever we have a full moon, it's usually 3 days in, then you get the full moon and 3 days out. And these hoobly-jubbly losers that have nothing else better to do than try to, do black magic on us, sometimes we can feel the effects. I actually had a fall on Tuesday of this week, and it didn't really affect me. They wanted my arm to break, but it did not. I went to the urgent care and met this absolutely gorgeous doctor. Well, actually, he's a PA, Dr. Pang. It's beautiful, P-A-N-G. It just made the whole thing worth it, right? Anyway, God bless you, Dr. Pang. I didn't have to take any of the medication or the Tylenol or the muscle relaxers within 3 days. The Lord always raises me up, and I'm pain-free. Maybe a little bit sore, but nothing major. So I'm really happy about that. And again, this is right around the moon time, right? Let's see. There's lots of things that they like to throw at us, but be careful, you guys, because if we just, look away for a second, something might happen. So just remember, 3 days in, 3 days out, right? But like full moon time, okay? 3 days before, 3 days after is what I mean. Let's see. Okay, so stalker exposure. We had that goofy guy with the red, the red hoodie and everything. I mean, how dumb was he? Trying to hide and everything. It's so sad, you guys. It's like this is what drugs and people who are desperate to try and rise up among the ranks, that what they will do to try and rise up. Get paid. Things like that. Crazy. So if you haven't seen it, check out my video. I've got actual live footage of that, and I did some pictures of that as well. What else? Yes, I would like to expose Deborah. Deborah is a woman who has been sent in by whomever to wear me down. Yes. And she must be like a recovering meth addict or something. So I just want to thank Rusty at Let's Hear It Spirit. Love her so much. She was the one who had originally let on that these abusers, our abusers, would try to send in like crackheads, like real crackheads, real meth heads to mess with us, to try and like scare us or whatever, stalk us. Well, I've had her, and she sleeps right next to me, of course, right? Excuse me. Anyway, well, I let her know out loud. I was speaking out loud. I let her know that today was expose day. And I will be posting a picture of what she looks like. Of course, whenever you try to get them on camera, they always put their head down. They don't want you to see, right? And so once you see her, she must be about 55 and like maybe 80 pounds. It's so sad when you see what these people do just to try and like earn a buck or to feel powerful. So she comes in this place, right? And she's coming in all butch and everything, looking all like dykey, And she's just like, yeah, I'm gonna take care of business. I'm gonna be the one who's gonna mess with this earth angel. I'm gonna be the one, right? And whatever big bonus was promised to her or whatever, right? So, she just had this attitude of like entitlement. Like she was entitled to looking at me whenever she wanted, and also in creepy ways where she's like looking a little too long, if you know what I mean. I think she's gay, and I'm not. Let's see, what else? She makes these really weird sounds. I guess the drugs really got to her, and she has like 4 different personalities and makes really weird sounds and just thinks it's normal, So I'm like, hey, can you please stop that? That's really annoying. And she's just like, well, I'm speaking to my dog. And I'm like, well, not everybody speaks that language. So yeah. Yeah. So she likes to listen in on all of my conversations. She'll always peek at me. And it's always to see, like, is the magic working? And that's what they want to know. And the answer, is again, no. They tried attacking my throat chakra this morning, and God has healed my throat. I know it sounds a little shaky right now, but it's still good. So, I made the decision that I'm going to start exposing these stalkers again and get them on live and put them on camera again, because they hate that. They absolutely do. And once again, it's stalking at your own risk. So, if they catch you on camera, or if somebody punches you in the nose, it's like, hands off, we can't help you, right? Stalk at your own risk. And she knew that as soon as I said that. So she goes out, right? And I follow after her, and I've got my camera on her. And, again, just with her head down, and she's defeated, knowing that she's defeated, knowing what I'm doing. And I shouldn't have been doing it, but I did, because I'm tired of this. Enough is enough. And she just stomps off and all upset and everything. It's like a totally different body language outside of the shelter, but when she's in there, she's strutting her stuff and everything, yeah, bitch, I'm gonna watch you, I got my eyes on you. So yeah, well, Deborah, today you are exposed. So she must be about, I don't know, 50 something. She looks like she's 70. Her face is all scrunched up. She's white, about 5'6", super crunchy, curly brown hair, blue eyes, no makeup, no style, so skinny. She's bulimic. She has this gorgeous Aussie dog. It's brown and black and white, and I feel so sorry for that dog. The dog is just a cover for her. And it's funny because whenever you meet her, you talk to her with other people around, she's like, "Hi, my name is Deborah." Like the Terminator when he was calling Sarah's mom, pretending to be Sarah. But yet when you see her, when you get quiet and she's alone, she has all these different voices. And it's from really, "Hi, happy, to weird, really weird. So somebody heard her in the bathroom, and she was like this with a low voice. It was like, "Okay, you are to take care of business." So she started throwing up. And then all of a sudden we hear, "That's enough." Creepy, weird. So, again, we've got crazy people that they purposely put into the shelters to mess with other people. So you've got the ones that have fallen through the cracks like me, the ones who were forced to become homeless because of domestic violence like me, those who are actually literally certifiable crazy should not be in there. And then you've got people who are just druggies and just got lost. So it's a whole mix of people, and it just makes for the perfect storm, And they know this. And so these people enjoy, the ones that run the show, we are like their entertainment. And take that with the tapped CCTV cameras. It's whoever our abusers are, mine, they've tapped into these CCTV shelter cameras. And so, yeah, they're watching me. They're watching my every move. They've got cameras in the showers. They've got cameras in the bathroom. You guys have cameras everywhere, just like a real Truman Show. So, yeah, I do my best to try and protect myself as much as I can, but it's absolutely humiliating. It's awful. So I'm thankful for my spiritual gifts and my spiritual abilities where I can just blur that stuff out, where they can't see me. I'll cloak myself so they can't see me. But it's just sad. People that have a lot of money, that have nothing else better to do than to watch people, women, in these homeless shelters for their own entertainment. It's really disgusting. So, you guys, it's really not easy. But so I've been dealing with this. And so, Deborah, you are exposed. You are exposed for the disgusting, scabby, ugly meth head that you are. And, you're exposed. And your picture will be up very soon. So, yeah, you need to go. It's time to go. And whoever sent them, yeah, I see exactly what you've done. And no, it hasn't made me go crazy. And no, it hasn't made me go out of character. And no, it hasn't made me so angry to the point where I'm just losing my stuff. Yeah, I feel sorry for this person, actually. And I'm going to start praying for this person that they can hopefully make a change of heart, change their lives. But for someone like this, I don't think so. I think they've been using drugs for their whole entire lives. They're all shriveled up. It's really sad to see what drugs like this do to people. But the audacity of the methamphetamine, it's it fuels them up again. It fuels up those demons, and they're like, "Yep, I'm here. There's a new sheriff in town. All right, let's see. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she?" Yeah. So, Yeah, that's been interesting. Let's see. She's really not getting away with anything. I've got a few friends that are there, and I'm very popular there at the at the shelter. Women just love me, and everyone's watching out. They all know who she is and what's going on, and she's doing it to other women there, not just me. So it's not just me who's being watched; it's other people as well. But it's just creepy. It's like the demons inside of her think that they are entitled to us, and they're not. Absolutely just disgusting. And I wouldn't imagine anyone wanting to touch her with a 10-foot pole. And it's a good thing that she has a dog. Anyway, that's that. Okay, so then number 3. So my friend Jen Ferrarini, I think you saw her in the post that I put up on Mother's Day, Cannon Beach, right? Well, I thought that we had a real friendship. I thought that everything was good. I thought she was real. And only to find out the day before yesterday, she had set me up at the Mac station. She said she was going to be there, and she wasn't there. But guess who showed up? Mr. Goofy Guy in the red, bright red sweatshirt that I put up also on my post and on video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's really funny. This guy is so dumb, so like actually hiding from me. Goes from being the hunter to the hunted. It's like I've been at this for a while now. It's like, come on, this is nothing new for me. When I was at Laurelwood last summer, it was nonstop Karmics all around, and I was taking pictures of them and posting, and they hated it every single time. But did they stop? Yeah, eventually they did. So who else? So I ended things with Jen, and just, because I know I have people that are watching me that are wondering what kind of life I'm living, and, certain people are trying to project false narratives on me, and I'm not having it. I'm not having it at all. So I became friends with Jen, just for the record, at Jean's place. And we met up again at the current place where I am. And we're the same age, and we have a lot of the same dreams and goals. And I thought she was spiritual, but I'm sure she is on some ways, but more of like a universalist. We had some plans, and it's so nice that when you don't have to, do it alone. Well, after I realized that I was set up at the Mac station, and I asked her about it later on, I said, hey, where were you? What happened, And she was like, oh, well, my time is very valuable. I had to go. And I said, but you said that you were going to be there. Like, that I don't have Wi-Fi right now, so why would you? She's like, oh, it must have been, my phone died. Like, it's like using whatever excuse that she had. I'm like, oh, okay. I said, I was stalked just at that same time that you said to meet me there. So yeah, I felt kind of abandoned by you. Oh, well, tomorrow will be a better day. And then yesterday she's like, I'm really sorry about yesterday. I'm like, we'll talk. Yeah, it's over. So, again, I am really hoping that I can find some good friends one day, but it doesn't seem like it right now. So I'm good. I'm good by myself. Like, I'm fine. I've got me. I've got Yeshua. I've got my archangels. My whole crew. My whole team. I don't need anybody. I just need God, and I just need me. And again, this is why self-love is so important, you guys. Because when things like this happen, you don't fall apart. I trust myself now. Because when you love yourself, pretty soon you start respecting yourself, and then pretty soon you start trusting yourself. It's really awesome. So bye, Jen. I really had hoped for more, but see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. Yeah. Oh, yes, thank you, Holy Spirit. Basically, so she told me that she was a massage therapist, and that she sometimes did, like, happy endings, and I didn't want to judge her, but then the Lord had reminded me that bad company corrupts good character. And so I don't want anyone thinking that I do the same thing, because I don't give massages and I don't do those happy endings. I'm not a prostitute and I don't do that. But unfortunately, my friend Jen, or my old ex-friend Jen, she's like a prostitute, right? I mean, if you're giving happy endings, that's a sex act, right? Yeah. So I have no more associations with her. Like, if she's not doing massage work, she's in the park drinking and smoking weed. And I've hung out with her a few times, but it's like, I can't do that. Like, I work for the Lord. Like, I need to get stuff done, So yeah, she was just like a distraction, pretty much. And maybe I needed it for a minute. I don't know. She did help me out in one situation, though. I'll never forget that. But again, why do people even put themselves out there? Because they want you to trust them, and then they set you up. So, yeah, thanks a lot, Jen. You're exposed too. And it's a good thing I went to lunch in Cannon Beach with her and her daughter. Her daughter was like, you know so much about God. She goes, my mother was never a Christian. She was a universalist. I was like, what? Yeah. So again, you know, the red flags. It's like, why do we ignore them? We ignore them because we're hoping it's not going to be true. We want to give people the benefit of the doubt. So everyone else has betrayed us. We don't need another betrayal, right? So yeah, that's why. What else happened? Yeah, a little slip and slide inside of the bathroom, and my abusers wanted me to actually break my arm. And I'm very happy to say that 3 days later, the Lord always raises me up after the third day. Seriously, every time, whether I catch a cold, if I get sick, which is very rare, if I have a fall, if I have an injury, it's usually at the 3-day mark. So God always raises me up. So yeah, it didn't work, and it's still not working. I just really, all I have to say to the Karmics right now is that you are fully exposed, okay? And you're so exhausted, and you're just getting really sloppy and really stupid and only incurring only more karma. So I don't get it. Like, you guys are just like really slow. You called me slow? I mean, anybody who's going to continue to waste their time on something that continues to backfire, yeah, that's pretty slow. That's pretty dumb. And that's a waste of time, and it's a waste of resources, it's a waste of energy, and most of all, it's a waste of money. So, you know, God is just going to let these people hang themselves, I guess, to the point where they have no place else to go, no place else to run, no place else to hide, no more lies to tell. They are going to be hung up by their own selves with no place to go, except for prison. Yeah. So God has given them plenty of chances. Many of us in the chosen, we're just like, how many chances are you going to give? Truly, God is merciful. So, what else? I have a lot of other positive things that are going on, actually. I can't talk about all of them, but I'm excited. And God is working with me on some new projects, some new directions, some new ideas. But it's all about making the dream come true. And I was reminded today by Vlad Savchuk, who is a Russian American. He has a church. He's a pastor. He's awesome. He was just like, look, you know, we are exhausted. We are tired. But remember, we have our armor on. And our armor, by the way, doesn't have a back, okay? It doesn't have a back plate, right? So that means that we have to continue to move forward, right? That's the way that we fight, is moving forward, facing every single obstacle, every single thing, right? But if we turn back and we're like, no, you know, I'm exhausted, I'm not going to do it anymore, somebody could just throw a razor ninja into your back and you're gone. You know, we're not meant to turn around. We are meant to face forward. We are meant to advance. We are meant to continue this thing until it's finally done.
Good evening. The library is closing.
So, you know, Vlad was also reminding me that, and reminding us, and I posted this on my community tab. You should go check it out. It's an awesome sermon. He was just saying, look, you know, don't waste your anointing on every single little thing that comes up. You know, pick and choose your battles wisely. He's like, okay, it's like a skunk. He goes, what are you going to do? Go after every single skunk? What, you're going to get the stink after you have, you know, confronted the skunk? Is it worth the stink? Is it worth it? Or we think about David and Goliath. The first question David asked was, what will my reward be? You know, he wasn't like, where am I going to be buried? He was like, what will my reward be? And they're like, you're going to get a beautiful woman, and, you know, you're going no taxes for the rest. And he's like, okay, I'm in. You know, we have to have that attitude. Now, granted, we're not letting anything go. We're not letting anything slide, but it just means that pick and choose your battles wisely, because we're not going to be wasting all of our energy and all of our anointing on these idiots that are trying to wear us out. And that is the current strategy that Satan is doing right now, you guys. He is trying to wear out the saints. There's nothing else. He has no dirt on us. There's nothing else that he can do. The magic is not working. It's constantly backfiring. We keep getting back up. We're like the old guard with Charlize Theron. I am Charlize Theron. Like, I just keep getting up. We are like the immortals. We keep getting up. We keep fighting. We're fighting in the spirit. I've been sleeping, you guys, for like 12 hours a day or 10 hours last few days. And because I've been so tired, and I'm waking up and I'm still tired. And it's because I know that my spirit is still in the battle in the 5D. So if you've been feeling tired, even though you've gotten a full night's rest, you just know that most likely that is the situation. We are advancing. We are ascending even higher. The more that they come for us, the more that they can continue to do their bibbity bobbity boo. It's just an automatic boost, you know. Seriously, the more that they try to attack, you know, your beauty or your handsomeness, doing like the beauty spells, or trying to make our hair fall out, or make us gain weight, or things like that. You know, God shows me everything. And again, what's happening? Many of us are still looking really good. Our hair is growing. We're in good health. But what's happening to them? They're in the bad health. They're losing everything right now. And they are so desperate. And this is going way up to the very hop tippy tops of society and entertainment, and you know, in almost every single pillar of society. These people are all connected, and they've been doing this. You guys, they've been enjoying our energy. They've been stealing people's inheritances for decades. They've been stealing people's life insurance policies. This has been going on for so long. We just didn't know, and now it's becoming more mainstream. So, yeah, that's what's going on. That's pretty much the update. It needs to come to an end. The stalkers that have been on me post attacking my channel, like right around Mother's Day. Or even before Mother's Day, I started talking about self-love, and all hell broke loose. Because the truth is, you guys, is that if people start to love themselves, they're going to start respecting themselves, and then pretty soon they're not going to tolerate being disrespected anymore. They're going to sober up. They're going to go back to school. They're going to start looking around and saying, what the hell's going on here? What's happened while I've been gone? Yeah, they don't want that. That's why in the homeless shelters as well, which is another part of this update, is they run them like jails. They don't feed the people good food. It's primarily pasta. They're not nutritionally balanced meals. If you start acting like you have confidence, they retaliate against you. They save the clothing, the best food, the best of everything for themselves. They are taking home our drinks, they're taking home our food, they're feeding their families with it, and they're saving the money so that they can go and buy a house, so that they can go ahead and have a better life, all taking away from the poor. And in Portland, there's $100 million dollar pot for the homeless every single year, and everybody always wonders, where the hell is it going? Well, you guys, I've seen them. I've seen people skimming literally off the top of a huge bowl of ambrosia that the Gresham Methodist Church had sent to us. A huge feast. Could have fed at least 60 people, maybe more, maybe 80 for everyone. We have about 70 to 80 women that are there where I'm at right now. And we didn't get any of those fresh sourdough boulets that they made. So these poor ladies, I just want you guys to know, and just in case, you know, the ladies that do lunch in Portland, I will be addressing you. You know, you guys think that as you're making this for us, and thank you so much for everything that you do for us, we're not getting it, okay? We're not tasting it. Our bellies are not being filled with the delicious foods that you lovingly prepared for us. And for the little old ladies who made those really nice quilts and stuff, they're going home to the staff, or they're selling them online. They're not we have some, but the older ones, they recycle those. But all the new ones, they're not being given to us. We barely have any decent bedding there. It's cold at night, and there needs to be some changes going on. So they smile in your face, but meanwhile they're stealing at the same time. And this is why we continue to have a problem with homelessness in Portland, even though we have $100 million every single year to help combat it. Yeah, maybe if the women, I'm just focusing on the women because that's part of my platform right now, but even for the men as well, if they were treated as human beings instead of being trained to treat us as subhuman, that would be a great start. That would be a great place to start. Yeah, I've actually spoken with staff members from some of these shelters, and they said that in their training, they're trained to be biased, to look at us as though we are not human. Yeah, and to not have any type of fondness or any type of feelings or emotions for us at all. It just has to be cold. And yeah, they just give people a little bit of power, right? Just a little bit of power, and they just go straight to their head. They start acting like cops, and they treat the place like it's jail, and they get off on having power over people's lives. This has got to change. And I'm going to do a separate video about this in more detail. But if President Trump, if you're watching, I just want to let you know that I love you in the Lord. And please don't go so hardcore on Portland just yet. God has brought me here to help fix the problem. I'm happy to meet with you and happy to work with you. There can be a change, but as long as these people are being treated as animals and not for human beings that they actually are, if they could be taught to learn how to love and respect themselves, then they'll go back to school, they'll get off the drugs, go back to school, and become a positive, member of society. And able to enjoy their life instead of being in misery all the time, that these people are sucking off all these energies. You guys, these homeless shelters are basically like low vibing energy centers for certain witches and warlocks, again, high ranking, are just sucking off of all that energy. They need to keep everybody, they need to keep everybody in a low vibration and to make them feel hopeless so that they'll continue to do the drugs, so that they won't get off the drugs, so that they won't even think about having any type of potential at all. It's really sad. There's so much untapped potential here, but these people get so beaten down that they don't even want to try anymore. And that's what these witches and warlocks are hoping for, because they need that energy. So if anyone would like to contact me about this information, I'm happy to meet with you and happy to discuss any potential solutions that could be done. So when the time comes and I'm able to make a difference, I will just go ahead and create a new model myself, because that's the only way. I just have to build it, and they will come, and people will respond, and you're going to see the testimonies. But there are many, many dark people out there, that dark forces that want to keep the homelessness going. It's a broken hamster wheel. It's a broken type thing meant to keep people enslaved and not to help them on the road to housing and stability and to be able to get out of that rat race, right? Anyway, that's about all I've got for now. So until next time, be good, stay blessed, and remember, we are here to get it on up out the mud. Mwah.